Welcome back to Salty Birdie Golf. I'm your host, Robert Earl, and a couple days ago, about a week ago, those in the UK were celebrating Boxing Day, but today is an unboxing day. We're going to take a look at the Pressure Putt trainer from PuttOUT. Just picked this up, even have the little tag on there from Dick's Sporting Goods where I got this, and we're going to take a look at the Pressure Putt trainer. You know, putting makes up roughly, well, it should make up roughly about 40% of your overall score. For some of us that are in the higher handicap level, it actually makes up more. So ask yourself, how much time do you really spend practicing putting? As I start this journey of improvement, putting is one thing that I want to be able to do. And one of the difficulties that I've seen so far is there are items that you can do at home. There's training that you can do at home, and then there's training that you can do at the course. And sometimes those are two different things. It's very difficult to replicate the conditions at home. It's very difficult to then take what you were putting at home, or maybe even that putter that's in the corner in the office, and you grab a couple and are able to putt that, and then be able to take that same feel, that same putt back over. The Pressure Putt trainer is something that I would imagine would be able to help you with this. A couple things that it does do. It looks for the absolute perfect putt. If you have it online, there's a small hole in the middle of it, and I'll demonstrate that in just a second, that the putt will go in and it will actually stay versus being redirected. Now compare this to some of the putting mechanisms that automatically return the ball back to you, and they really aren't as accurate, it seems, on the perfect putt as to the speed and pace that you need. You could hit it very hard, and because there's a backstop there, it hits the backstop. Even sometimes I see them that they bounce up in the air, and then it will go into the return mechanism and spit the ball back to you. So that's something that goes into it. If you do make a putt with this, it does do a return. That's one thing that I want to test out, is how much does it return? Because I'd also like to have the ability to hit putt after putt after putt, and if it's only returned it by about 6 inches or 12 inches, then I really don't have the ability to stay in my position and be able to go through. Now I know it's more realistic when you're actually out on the course. You're not sitting there hitting the same putt over and over again, but this is practice. I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about practice here, okay? Not a game, not an actual match when you're out there. And so you want to have the ability to ingrain what your feeling is of what you're going through. And so that's something that I'd want to look at. They say it's a folding design. I haven't had the opportunity to open this up yet, but it'll be able to fold up, and I'm looking forward to that, of keeping it in my training bag and being able to have my putter, and again, like I said, take it from the home or the office and then out here to the course. And the size, the diameter on this is the exact same size as a golf hole. So let's go ahead, open this up. Oh, it's like Christmas morning again. That we go ahead and open up what this is here. Slides open there. We'll set this aside. Great packaging here of the Practice More, Putt Less, as to what it has from PuttOUT. So it open to start practicing. Now, they do promote on the back of, obviously, their mat of drills for consistency, a ladder putting 1 foot up to 6 foot, and then also being able to get their other equipment where we'll be able to go on here and get their other items. Simple enough, packaged in the box that comes right here, and then you'll be able to open this up. I'm going to put this back down here, okay? So we have a hard plastic that's on here, and then a rubberized material down here in the bottom. It just hinges open. So as I hinge it open, I now have the size of the golf hole, and we're going to show you that compared in just a little bit. I have the ramp for the putts to be able to hit the ramp and be able to return back. Here is the perfect putt area. So I'll go ahead, I'll get a golf ball here. It should have that ready for me. Got one of my range practice balls here, but what I would do is to be able to come in. Actually, that putt, when it is absolutely perfect, will rest right there. Now, if you don't want to have the perfect putt scenario that goes on it, then there is another tab here that goes up with the P, the Perfect Putt logo there. That being in place, the ball will just roll right on off of it. So, great packaging, great materials, flexible enough that this will be able to go in. On the bottom, there is some rubberized teeth to make sure that it holds, whether it be on your AstroTurf or carpeted at home, and then the smooth portion of it. Again, some of the other putting mechanisms, I'll show you another one that I have that I've practiced with at home. It has such a big lip in front of it that you don't get an actual realistic aspect of what you're doing with the putter. So there it is, the PuttOUT Perfect Putter. We're going to take it over to the practice green and we're going to try it out. All right, we're over here on the putting green with the some salty birdies saying hi to us. We're going to be working with the Perfect Putt by PuttOUT. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up over here. May have to do a little voiceover on some of the commentary of using the product because we are right next to the first tee here at Dunedin Golf Club. But we'll get set up, do a little gate drill with the PuttOUT Perfect Putt, and then do some other drills that are here. So here we go. So one way that I see that this lives up to its name is with the Perfect Putt. Is I had a number of putts where there's a little bit of a break there, and it's also, I'm probably pulling the putt, and so from that aspect of it, it's not hitting the ramp directly, it's not returning to me. So number of balls that are at the left side that I'd have to police up. Same thing you'd have to do if you were putting towards a regular hole. But something that really is already helping me to develop the touch that I need for these putts. Let's continue on. I'm going to set up a gate so that I'm putting through. A gate being a couple tees that are just outside my putter to ensure that I'm having a straight back, straight through on impact putting stroke. So I'll show you here. I've set up the gate that I'm going to be hitting through. 4 tees so that the putter can be aligned right inside, so that it's right inside of the tees, and that I can make my path go back and through. Let's take a look at this. Now, I've given myself a bit of a generous path here on the putter. That's something that I'm going to tighten up as we go along, but for right now. So I believe so far the Perfect Putt does exactly what it's advertised as. It's really trying to get me to make a perfect putt, whether that be the direction, whether that be the pace, but also not only on the pace, but the correct pace for it to be able to go in. Haven't yet been able to make one in the Perfect Putt. Another area of improvement, and we'll keep track of this, but definitely something that I'm going to have in my bag. Now, if you don't have a Perfect Putt, something that you could also do is have a tee at the location and then make sure that it lands in the tee. So you could do a tee or a tee gate, and I'll show you that right now. So I've gone ahead and set up the tees down there. Let's make sure that we've got this in here. So I've set up the tees down there. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to line up my triple track. I need that for my vision. That's been very beneficial. Also lining up with the triple track here. I'm going to do another video on this in just a bit that will show you the benefits that I find from this. But if you don't have the Perfect Putt, then this is a drill that you could do. I've got the gate set up here to make me think about my line as I'm going, and then also that I want it to die right there between the tees. Not bad, first one there. Never up, never in. And that's something that I've got to make sure that I pay attention to on the Perfect Putt system. Is it trying to make your putt so perfect that you tend to get tentative with it? I'll be interested to do this drill and then also go over to a real hole and go back and forth. So there you have it, the Perfect Putt system and an alternative. Definitely something that I'm going to keep in my practice bag. Also going to show you some things about doing this at home, so it will go back and forth, but I am excited about having that investment, and I'm looking forward to actually making my first Perfect Putt. Now, if you have a Perfect Putt system, comment below. I'd love to hear if you have some specific drills that you use with it, or different information that you can provide on that. If you're loving the channel, please take a moment, hit the subscribe button, leave that comment. If you want to get notified when new videos come out here from Paradise here in Dunedin, Florida, let me know, and click the little bell. And until next time, make it a great day.